Hey, what's up guys? Hope everyone's doing great. So let's talk about this new comedy called Fist Fight.
Parking lot, after school, it's on. Teachers don't fight.
Fist Fight stars Ice Cube, Charlie Day, Jillian Bell, Tracy Morgan, and it's directed by Richie Keen. The story follows two high school teachers on the last day of school. The kids run rampant, the teachers are outnumbered, and one of them will not take any more crap, that being the super strict, conveniently named Mr. Strickland, played by Ice Cube. On the opposite side, you have Mr. Campbell. He's a big puss. He's the pacifist that's intimidated by other pacifists. And when something happens at school, Mr. Campbell tells on Mr. Strickland. Strickland loses his job, and like any true molder of young minds, he decides to challenge Mr. Campbell to a fight to basically teach kids that there are consequences to your actions, and that's pretty much your plot. Now, it's definitely safe to say this film does not aim for political correctness, given it's about fighting in schools with the age of bullying we're in now, so the premise alone is to just aim for shock value, and pretty much the humor did as well. There were endless waves of forced humor from each passing scene. A good portion of them delivers some chuckles, a few lines actually deliver some real laughter, but for the most part the comedy was just much more aimed at taking it to the next level of raunch rather than showing any real ambition and feeling fresh on its own. I will admit I have a wide comedic range. I find humor in a lot of things, and this one did have some moments, but not nearly as much as I would have liked for an hour and a half. For the most part, the film follows the usual stops with all the usual subplots, and of course the one musical montage. And with that said, whatever happened to the cool days of the 80s when montages in films were cheesy but still cool? These days, all these comedies cram in a popular song and shoehorn it into a scene, and I don't know if it's just me, but they're just as awkward as sitting through a sex scene with your grandparents. But I will admit the musical number in this one was a bit of both. At least it was able to fit some comedic timing in it, unlike many others from recent memory. As for the performances, they were serviceable, but no one really plays anyone other than themselves. Day was Day, Cube was Cube, Morgan was Morgan, but they still had some moments of laughter here and there, just not nearly as much as there could have been. I will admit though, the fight at the end was certainly entertaining at times, if you can suspend some disbelief. Now, I graduated high school in the 90s when Nicolas Cage was a top-billed action star and everybody was doing the damn Macarena, and I have no doubt school culture these days is much different than it was in my day, but this one pretty much made it look like Thunderdome. It was just making teenagers look primal at times, but really then again I was surrounded by kids under the age of 10 at this screening, all of them laughing their ass off through the sex and drug related humor, so it may not be that unrealistic at all. This film did have its moments here and there, but it was just not very good nor very memorable. It was a simple plug and play raunch-com with actors and not characters. Overall, I'll give Fist Fight a C. It was not terrible, but just not very good either, and just really average. Best I can say is if you watch the Red Band trailer to this movie and you find a couple laughs, you will enjoy it a little. If it doesn't grab you, then this film will not be a fun watch for you. Either way, it's really just best watched at home. It's nothing to really rush out to the theater and see. And that's my review of Fist Fight, guys. Let me know if you're checking it out this weekend, if you're interested in it at all, or let me know what some of your favorite comedies are. Don't forget to drop this video a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and you want to see more reviews like these. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. You're all awesome. I'm Anthony. This is the Silver Screen Analysis, and I'll see you guys at the movies.